we're going to take the carpet out and discard it. We go over to this. It's a lot easier to place it and pull it. If I push, it's got a little bit of resistance, so it's not as... And I just want to do one demonstration of this, and then we'll get the various different stuff going, and y'all can try it out. So I went over that with one, and when you look at it, it looks fairly dry. So just step in the middle. You see how you see the darkness? See, it's still there. It's still in that pad. So we know that it's not out just doing that, although it looks like it. So you go through all that, and then I want to try another piece of equipment. Like I said, this is a new product, so it's as new to me as it is to you guys. But it's designed to, if you do that, you're not going to get anything. Oh, wow. It's designed to suction down, and it actually pulls down. I mean, it's giving me a little bit of resistance. I mean, when I'm pushing like that. If I go here, pull, it's going to pull. But if you lose suction, so it's designed to be this angle right here. I don't know if you notice in the color of that, but it's not exactly clear here. That's because of what's in the carpet, not because of the water. It's so basically what I wanted to do here is go over this little square again with this. And this is a better extraction tool than the wand because it goes in deeper. And the water that's pulling is pulling water out of the carpet, but it's also pulling it out of the pad. And a lot of people say, well, you can't suck water out of the pad through the carpet, but you can. It's the equipment that you've got. If you've got a truck mount and you've got a wand like this, or you've got a rover like that, it will suck it out of the pad.
Is it more expensive if you use that wand over that other one?
Once I start using this one right here, I would call this deep extraction. But if I used it just for the sake of tearing out carpet because I wanted to get more water out, it would just be a regular water extraction charge. Now, that being said, I mean, this is a deep extraction tool, but when we do deep extraction, and y'all see this in here, there's no machine or anything that'll go over it one time and you're done. We'll have to go over it. Even with the rover, you have to go over it several times. So when we do the in-place drying, we charge for deep water extraction. It's not just a once over. And even with this, and I haven't done this until today, but I think when we put the rover on this same spot, it's going to still suck out a good bit more water. Because with that, you've got the weight of a person standing on it, and it's got behind that white PVC, there's another. It's a strip about that big with holes in it, and that's what does the suction. And it'll still get up even more. And so there again, you're going back over it again with that. So initially, if we knew we were going to try to save it, we may start out with something like this. But a lot of times we're just going with a wand, especially in a situation where you've got somebody that's just really, I mean, they're kind of freaking out, a little nervous. We want to start sucking up some water. If you've got standing water, we'll go ahead and get a wand on that sometimes. Oh, that's nice. And that one I was showing y'all just a minute ago was on half power. This is full power. Yeah. All right.
There's that metal tank behind the machine.
Okay. Where do y'all empty the water?
That's crazy, dude.
We have to empty it.
Yeah, it's coming out. When I touch my hand to it, usually when you touch your hand to this thing right here, I mean, it'll draw a red spot on you. When I did it a minute ago, I thought, wow, I said, that's up in line. He didn't have to turn it up, so you obviously get a lot more stuff like that. Anybody want to see how rigid that is? It's sucked down to it. I mean, I can move it, but that's deep water extraction. Now, let's get this and put it over here. And
Take off from right here.
see what it'll do. And then after that, we'll just use different things. We'll go over the whole thing with one, then we'll go over this and go over that here.
Material, you like it?
Yeah, that.
Either way, somebody else wants to try it out.
You Yeah, I was just trying through here. I mean, the hose, you can see if water's going through this clear spot right here.
Yeah.
And if there's not water going through it, I mean, it's obviously not picking any up. He's all right. He's on the spot now where I've extracted 2 different pieces of equipment.
Put it in water.
Can y'all see it?
Wow.
Yeah. They're still coming through.
Still sucking up.
If you want to try it out, just let me know.
Yeah, if anybody wants to do it, it's a fairly simple machine. You know, I was talking about the hose jumping. It's still jumping some. That means there's still a lot of water.
Yeah.
That's another good thing about the machine. It goes right up to the baseboard.
Now it's really down. Much time you ride it, I mean, it's easy to pour it like this.
Yeah.
That's the easiest way to do it. The hose usually moves out of your way pretty good. But it's still, you might want to get on it. I mean, you push like this, just like you would think. You got side to side. It's not very fast.
And to do in-place drying, you have to have this tool. You can't just use a wand. You have to have weight-assisted extraction machines to do in-place drying. Because that is the only tool that's going to get all the way through the carpet and the pad.
I'm still shooting a tremendous amount of water through there.
And it won't do it the first time. You go over it just like it.
Once you get up there, it's like a waterfall.
That's crazy.
They got it going on. They get to do that.
They got to have music.
A lot of times we try to get doing paperwork to write down. You know, we have a little desk on top of it. You
The
know.
new ones have an iPod connection.
Well, so when are y'all gonna have the one that just goes around by itself? Like the vacuum cleaner?
Oh, yeah.
That's what you need.
Does anybody want to do it?
You know you want to do it. Look, yeah.
I tell you what, instead of trading machines back and forth, if we want to, we can just extract the whole thing with
I'll
this.
do it.
There you go.
Hey.
Everything's right here.
See now she weighs a lot. She weighs a lot less, so it's going a lot faster.
Yeah.
It's gonna barely get water out of her on it. She don't want it.
There's a weight recommendation.
There you go. You get over there.
There's a weight recommendation.
Hey.
And we do have a bumper. There's a little bumper on the front of it. It's keep it. If it spins out, you might have to move back a little bit.
Yeah, step back over the
We
wheels.
don't hardly weigh enough.
What I'm trying to determine when you do in-place drying? When you get in somewhere, what makes you determine whether you're going to do it?
We talked about that earlier. Generally, we try to find out, is the carpet, does it have some physical problems? Does it delaminate? Go right ahead, jump right in there. And we would eventually, like here, we would probably pull it up right there to see if it's delaminating. If it's delaminating, you can't save it no matter what.
Yeah.
If
Is
it's
this
not,
just if you're trying to save the carpet?
yeah. If it's been several days,
Right.
then you may run into a problem
She's never
with
going back to
mold
work now.
or other issues with it. If it's got a lot of pet stains on it, that may become an issue. You gotta move back. You're too light.
Somebody heavier than you on there? Matt?
Swag.
That was me.
Oh, I just got heavier than me.
Watch out. Oh, look at that water. That water's coming up, boy. That water's coming up.
Let's see if we can go over that again.
You gotta look.
I'd probably pull out more than you are.
Yep, so get some water out here.
Like,
Yes.
you gotta move forward. Anybody?
So what you're saying, basically, if you're going to try to save it,
Right, it goes back to the delamination. A lot of people, some people go up, they pull it up, and they do like this, they say, let's delaminate it.
Right.
And that's not delamination, that's water, and you tearing something apart. Water does make it looser, but when it dries, it'll dry back hard, just like glue.
Right.
And so it's delaminating. If you get your knee kicker and you disengage the carpet,
Yeah.
and some of the backing stays on the tack strip,
Yeah.
or some of the carpet fibers actually pull off the backing, that's delamination. Or if you've got a place in the middle where you can pull up, and you actually got carpet coming up,
Yeah.
you can see that and you can feel that. You can easily pull it up at a threshold and tell if it's delaminated.
Now, would you use this if you're going to pull the pad? and not carpet?
The only reason we would be if we were gonna try to get more water out. But we wouldn't charge deep extraction if we're pulling the pad.
Okay.
We charge for the wand. And more than likely, that would be what would happen. We would just use the wand. But I will say this, we have had situations where we take out the carpet and the pad, and we just put, like, there's a water claw up there y'all get to see. It basically looks like this, but just plants, and you just move it from place to place. And we would actually put that on a pad. But some of these pads are so dense that they hold so much water. You pick up, you know, a good couple of rolls of it, and it's 100 pounds, and it's dripping wet. It'll actually go through it with a water cloth and suck out the pad. We don't charge for that, but that's all part of the water removal process. But a lot of times when people look at the line item for this, you know, when we're extracting, they don't realize that we've extracted with usually not 3 tools, but we usually do go over for that, and we go over it with this. And usually we go over it twice with that, twice with this, or 3 times with this. So, you know, in a room that's 10 by 10, it's not a 10-minute project. It's a pretty long. You spend a lot of time extracting. And you do want to remove as much excess moisture as you can, because all you've got after you leave is your drying equipment. And if you've got standing water, you're going to have a heck of a time drying through, because this is sucking water out through the pad, through the carpet. But your drying equipment is going to have a hard time getting the airflow to the actual pad. And what you're depending on is the way things dry, which is they migrate from wet to dry. So you want all that water to migrate.
So we shouldn't see anything like this on a pattern.
No. I mean, if they did it, they just did it as a benefit to them.
Right.
You know, to keep from having to tote all that weight out. But I know I'm making this look fun. Man. No, this is carpet that we use. I mean, it's I think it is. They burnt that nice flat.
Wasn't that flat on this? Yeah, that's flat.
You're fine.
Well, from the other day with I've got a contractor telling me I'm paying too long for the fire. And we're saying it's clean and clean. And we've got several people saying, yeah, you're going to say that you got to clean it. But you don't always have to pay, because they have dry people. Right, I got you. It's almost like if you're going to paint, you got to clean. Yeah. But you don't always have to paint.
Right, there again, still this area's been gone over probably 3 times. You can still see water.
Yeah.
Now, if we'll see anything going through there, but we ride this thing.
That's harder to clean. But that's harder to clean than when you wrap it this way. When you get the flat. Oh, I thought that's what it was.
Yeah.
Still getting a lot of water.
And if they come by and they already rub it in.
Somebody said, well, I took some Clorox to it.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah, they probably jacked it up.
I'll put it back on here. I'm not 100% sure how he wants us to do, but on the in-place dry, I think we're going to set the equipment up. I'm not sure we're going to set it up while I'm over here or not, but what we would do, and I'm going to just extract on talking, but what we would do would be, you know, get it extracted completely where there's no excess moisture, and then we would determine the amount of equipment. In the MSM, when I was telling y'all earlier, it tells us what equipment we need for, you know, the size of the loss based on the, you know, square footage and cubic footage. Let's just say we need a DU and 4 fans in this room, which may or may not be the case. But we would determine how much equipment we needed, and we would set that equipment